everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I have a business video for you, which is not my usual style, but I felt compelled to make this video about Etsy. I have had two successful shops over the years, and while I am no longer on the platform, I still wanted to give some advice on how to get your first sale. If you'd like a video about why I am no longer on the platform, let me know down below in the comments because I can absolutely do that. But first, let's get you your first sale. Back in 2016, I opened up my first shop, and I already knew straight away I wanted to be a sewing shop, except I had no idea how to sew. So that was a problem. I knew I wanted to do the Etsy route, so I wanted to start building credibility, and I wasn't really sure how to remotely go about that. But spoiler alert, I ended up selling my first item within 24 hours of listing it and 200 bucks in my pocket. So 18-year-old me was pretty excited. Advice number one is following trends. I knew at the time, back in 2016, Corpse Pride was super popular, especially among cosplayers. So I went to the thrift store, grabbed the first wedding dress I saw, and just started painting and dyeing it. And it sold within 24 hours of listing it. It took me a day to do it, a day to finally putz around and get it listed, and it was gone. Now this was a high ticket item, and I knew that I probably got just really lucky. So I wanted to find another item that followed trends, but was way more affordable and super easy for me to make, so I could have it ready and ship it same day, because that's a really good way to get a 5-star review, at least the start of a 5-star review, because then quality of your product matters. So what else was trending in 2016? Fallout. I believe it was Fallout New Vegas was super popular. It was like the biggest game at the time. And so little me got to work, got some root beer bottle caps. I printed small little Nuka-Cola decals almost. It was just paper that I Mod Podged onto the bottle caps. And I couldn't believe it, but they sold. I could not keep them in stock. I sold so many of these bottle caps that I had to order them from eBay to keep up. It was absolutely ridiculous. Super important to note here that I did not make a ton of money on these bottle caps, but I did get just 5-star reviews like crazy. And that is what we're after here, to build that credibility for your shop. And that will put your customer's mind at ease that you're legit, that you actually sell what you're taking photos of. Now, times have definitely changed. I could not do that again today because 3D printers have completely taken over the market on those. But back in the day, I was the only seller on Etsy selling these little bottle caps, and people really loved them. So lesson one is follow trends, and to have a low-cost item that you can quickly make that you probably will break even on for those first maybe 10, 20 orders, so you can just build the 5-star reviews and shop credibility. And later on, you can raise the price on these items. You don't have to keep them at this introductory cost, but to get those 5-star reviews and quickly, I think it's really important to do this. Moving on to lesson number 2, and if you just want to fast track it, you want to skip the beginning stuff like I did for my second shop, sell things around your home. It sounds ridiculous, but it works. I had a ton of unique stuff from Comic-Cons throughout the years that I've been going to cons, and I had way too much anyway, so I just went ahead and listed these pieces on Etsy. Unique stuffed animals and anime figures sold almost instantly. Some of the stuff I did sell a little bit cheaper just because I wanted to fast track it and get straight to sewing because I already had my skill. But it worked. These days, you do need to be a bit more careful on Etsy. They have a lot of handmade policies. I never got a strike for any of these items that I was doing, but they also weren't crazy copyrighted material. So while this is a fast track way to do it, proceed with caution because you can lose your whole shop in a second. If you want to do this, but you don't want to risk losing your shop, I recommend going the vintage route. This could be cute stuff like I decided to sell, and I just marked it as vintage. Some of it actually was vintage, but you can also go to antique shops and find vintage items and sell them if they're valuable, or maybe if they're not, they'll just sell. Low key, anything will sell if it's the right price. Some important questions you may be wondering is, having these random categories, is this going to hurt your overall shop performance? And the answer is no. Building these 5-star reviews and this beginning credibility is not going to substitute for you niching down, for you finding a hero product and adding the add-on products and all the important steps for your business. This is just going to build Etsy so you can go right into the business part of things. And I have so much to say about marketing and product design and all of that good fun stuff, but that is not why you're here. So if you want to see more videos on that, let me know, subscribe, comment, you get the gist. But that is all I have for today. If you follow these tips, I can almost guarantee that you're going to find your first sale very quickly. If not, there is no if not. Anyways, I'll probably be in cosplay next time you see me, but see you then. If you have any questions, just type them down below and I'll do my best to get to them quickly. All right, bye guys.